Hey Cosmic Warriors, and welcome back to another video. Alright, so I'm here with a super fun video in my opinion, and we're going to be talking about how the Venus signs seduce you. Alright, so if you're interested in any of the Venus signs, then this can give you some indication into how they may seduce you. Alright, but you know what, before we do get started into today's video, I would like to highlight that I have created a Taurus season / archetype ebook. So in that ebook it talks about the Venus signs, Venus houses. It also talks about the Taurus house within your birth chart as well as the second house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link to that ebook in the description box below so that you can pick up your copy today. So with all those intros out of the way, let's do this! Okay, so Venus in Aries. How does a Venus in Aries seduce somebody? Well, first things first here, the Venus in Aries is going to be damn right sexy in how they seduce someone. They are going to be damn right upfront about it. There's just no waiting around for the Venus in Aries. There's no, beating around the bush. If they want to seduce you, they will seduce you. Better still, if they want you, so if they want to be in a relationship with you because they're so highly attracted to you, they will make it very clear. If they're certain about it, they're certain about it. They're going to pursue it, they're going to go for it, they're going to seduce you. So just know that, okay? Be ready for their fire. They're either in or they're either not. So if the Venus in Aries does want to seduce you, they will act passionately and authentically about it. They might want to take the lead within that romance or that sensual encounter or that love affair. They will want to kiss you and touch you passionately. Honestly, they will just go all in, and it's really a matter of, well, can you feel the heat? Can you feel the heat? Can you smell what the rock is cooking? Just might tell you, oh my gosh, I really admire your bravery. I really admire your courage. I really admire your passion and your drive. If they really do want to seduce you and you drive them wild, you just get them going. They may be very upfront about the things that they see in you that they do admire and that they do like. And if they do truly want to seduce you, they may just fight for you in that way. They may never give up until you are theirs. They might just like a little bit of feistiness, okay? A little bit of fired up temper, hot-headed people. So if you're like that, it might get them going. Venus in Taurus. So they might seduce you by taking you out for food, whether that be for dinner, whether that be for lunch, whether that be for a breakfast, you name it. They may seduce you by going and grabbing food together, by taking you out somewhere, maybe even going to a dance event, going to a music event. They might seduce you with gifts. They might seduce you with certain presents as a kind gesture, or if it is that you give them a gift or a present, they may wear that gift or a present to show that they appreciate that. Another thing is that they might seduce you with their touch, okay, by simply just, rubbing on your shoulder or your arm or your hand. They might even run their hands along the back of your neck, or they may seduce you by volunteering to, if you have a necklace for example, putting on your necklace for you. Cuddles are another thing when it comes to the seduction style of the Venus and Taurus, and just spending time in bed together or just snuggling up on the sofa together. Though still, when it does come to food, the Venus and Taurus may seduce you by asking you what types of foods you do like and then actually making you those foods or baking you those foods. And the things that they might admire in others could be work ethic. So if you have a good work ethic, they might admire that in you. Well, if they want to seduce you, they may say, oh, you're so well driven, or you're such a hard worker, or you have this ability to provide for yourself and you have this financial security, that's amazing. Or they may really highlight your beauty and say, oh, I really admire your beauty, you're just so beautiful and you sing so well and your talents and your skills are just so brilliant. And also they may seduce you by giving you some practical advice, by really helping you out to solve problems. Yeah, actions certainly speak louder than words for the Venus in Taurus. They just really like to help people out or give practical advice to people that they like and that they admire. So yeah, if a Venus in Taurus is wanting to seduce you, they just may use their practicality as a way to do that. Venus in Gemini, so they will seduce you with their smooth talk, with their words of romance and desire. They may be great at telling stories or even making you laugh, okay? They may be those kind of jokesters who just love to put a smile on your face, love to see you laugh, and they may tell you actually that you have a really nice smile, it's really pretty, or they may say that they admire your light-heartedness. So if you are a light-hearted type of person, if you're a humorous type of person, if you're funny, the Venus and Gemini person is going to say, oh, you're so funny, you're such a dork, you're such a geek, you're such a nerd. So if they wish to seduce you, they might go in with more the bright and breezy kind of approach. They might also call you on the phone quite a bit, they might text you quite a bit, they might give you logical sort of compliments, you know, so they may notice things that you do, certain mannerisms they have, and then tell you what they like about those mannerisms. They may also seduce you by trying new things with you. So that could be going to the park, to the museum, to the zoo, playing pool or snooker together, or to the beach. Just, you know, just different things to spice it up. They may really enjoy doing different things with you, and if they really are into you, they will want to do those new things with you, having fun together and being big kids, big children together. And if you are the type of person who is intellectual, or you can hold a good conversation, or you can share new information with the Venus and Gemini, they might really appreciate that in you or admire that in you, because they can be attracted to people who are more interested in learning new things, who are interested in sharing new information with them. Venus in Cancer. Okay, so this is going to be one subtle seducer, okay? It's not going to be so obvious that they are seducing you, but the thing here is that the key lies in them feeling comfortable with you. So they may seduce you by doing little thoughtful, caring things for you. So for example, they may open the door for you, or give you their last chocolate, give you their last sweet. They may invite you to a certain event with them, just as a way to really get to know you first, or get to feel a little bit more comfortable with you. It's just this really, it's like a nice little steady flow with the Venus in Cancer, because they don't want to go fully in, but at the same time they are so sensitive and they do tend to wear their hearts on their sleeve. So whilst they want to really just be all loving and seductive and yes, there's also that guardedness, there's also that protection that they have. They might even just be the type of Venus in Cancer who simply strokes the back of your hand, okay? Or maybe they pat your stomach lightly as a way to show you in their own way that they care, in their own subtle way that they are interested in you or that they like you. But another thing is that if they really are interested, or if they want to seduce you, well, the Venus in Cancer just might invite you to family gatherings. They may invite you to meet their parents. That could actually be a big deal to them, for, you know, you meeting their family, so being welcomed into their space in that way. They may also seduce you by bathing with you, or they might act quite maternal towards you, even if it's a man, even you know, either or, a man or woman. They may just do little things that are very gentle or very caring and very supporting in nature towards you if they want to seduce you. They might also ask you about your family and if you want to have a family one day, and as well, they're going to be super affectionate. So they may cook for you, they may invite you over to their own home, they may cuddle with you. Venus in Leo. So the way that the Venus in Leo might seduce you could be by lavishing you with gifts. So it could start off just really light-hearted gifts, like little small things, little small gestures, but it could then extend into much more extravagant gifts or much more well thought out gifts. They may be very creative in their gift giving, and they may also really play on the things that you like, the things that you love, the things that you enjoy, and then use those things in their gift giving. They're just very good at giving gifts, I think. And they may also be the types who just want to do everything with you. They may want to be really childlike with you, they may want to play with you, they may also do really romantic things with you or be super affectionate. It's even in public that they're gonna be okay with being affectionate, because if they really are into you, it's like, I don't care about anybody else, you know, seeing this or judging it or having an opinion about it. I'm into you and we're gonna kiss in public, and that's all there is to it. They express just wholeheartedly how they feel and what they want, and if you make them feel good, and they may just shower you with compliments. They just might be those types of seducers who will make you feel like a king or a queen, like royalty. And they're also going to be super warm and just generous towards you. They might also ask you about your hobbies, what your hobbies are, and if you share what your hobbies are, they may express, oh my gosh, you're so good at that, and just really encourage you that way and just want to make you feel confident in who you are. Venus in Virgo. So the thing here about the Earth Venus signs, so Venus in Virgo, Venus in Capricorn, Venus in Taurus, is that they may just be a little bit more slower into romance and relationships. They may just want to take their time. But still, the Venus in Virgo is going to be a little bit more reserved into how they seduce. They may not be so obvious in how they seduce. They may be pretty well poised in it and quite polite towards it. They're going to be very well mannered towards it. They don't want to push you, they don't want to pressure you, but it might not be so obvious that they are trying to seduce you. It's just that to them, the smallest of things may be a big deal. So for example, they might fix your shirt, or if they see that your cup of coffee is sitting too close to the edge of a table, they may just move that. So, you know, to be fair, they'll probably move it regardless, because it's like, no, hazard. But yeah, you catch my drift. It's little things that they're going to notice in you as well, that they're going to be able to pinpoint, and then use those smaller things as a way to show you that they are into you, that they like you. But if they really want to seduce you, they will be willing to shift their time schedule for you. They will even perform certain tasks that they know mean a lot to you. So if something does mean a lot to you and you tell that to the Venus in Virgo, they're going to be very good at wanting to help you with that. So they'll say, I noticed that you are having difficulty going to this place in the countryside. Well, do you know what? Me as the Venus in Virgo, I want to offer you a lift to that destination because I think it can really help you out, you know? Hi, you know, I'm actually really into you. Let me help you out, okay? Yeah. And if they find out what you like, okay, the things that you like, they're gonna be so good at remembering what you like and acting practically towards that. For example, right? Maybe the Venus in Virgo knows that you like a particular brand of coffee. So what they'll do is they'll buy you that particular brand of coffee, or make you a cup of coffee with that particular brand. They just might be super curious about you as a way to seduce you. Venus in Libra. Okay, so here we have another smooth talker. But the way that they are gonna smooth talk is by being rather charming and just beautiful in how they come across to you. They may shower you with loads of compliments, just like the Venus in Leo. They may want to have an intellectual debate or discussion with you. Really, if a Venus in Libra is into you, if you elaborate on an idea that you have or you go into a particular subject, they will want to extend that. They will want to follow through with more ideas and really just heighten up those ideas and just get that conversation going back and forth, and they're just going to be really into the conversation if they're really into you. Yes, the Venus in Libra is going to be that type of person who is rather social and friendly towards everybody, but if they really want to seduce you, they are going to put the time into that. They are going to want to be around you. They're going to choose you to spend time with, and they're also going to be affectionate. They're going to show kind gestures towards you. Especially when it comes to the mind here, okay? They may say something like, oh my gosh, I love your mind. I love how your mind works. Or they may go out of their way to really just beautify themselves, to like really just nice and done up for you if they really are into you. And they may do just little movements. You know, for example, their body language could just be positioned in particular ways. They may dress in certain ways because they think that by them dressing in that way, it will catch your attention. Even when it comes to their gift giving, it might be something as small as just giving you a simple chocolate or a little sweet to show you, hey, 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 I like ya. Venus in Scorpio. So the way that a Venus in Scorpio might seduce you could be by coming off as rather powerful, with an almost seriousness and intenseness towards them, where they really just concentrate on you and focus on you so much. So for example, you could be just dancing with them in some sort of club or bar, and they look at you and then they hug you for like 10 minutes. Or they ask to go to a quieter area of that place and they just start kissing you passionately. But then again, they could also be the type of Venus in Scorpio who seduces in a rather, how do you say, secretive way. So for example, they might try to sneak their way into your life just really subtly. They may text you whilst you're in a certain bar and they're in that bar, so they text you saying, oh, where are you, you know, where are you, I want to see you. Or they may be standing behind you and they'll text you whenever you're dancing and you look around and, oh, they're not there, where'd they go? But yeah, they just might do these really, like, you know, you could say that's a bit creepy, but at the same time, to some people it could be quite hot, you know, that kind of attitude. Yeah, they just might make sexual gestures or just intimate gestures towards you. So yeah, it could come off as really strong, but at the same time it could be that they're just more secretive and subtle about it. They might also ask you what your deepest desires and pleasures are. They may want to even dominate you, okay? Or they may want to be dominated. They may like the thought of role plays, okay, where it's like, oh, you're trying to seduce me, oh, you know, I'm helpless and you're so powerful, Venus in Scorpio. Yeah, Venus in Scorpio is just going to be very passionate, extremely passionate towards you if they want to seduce you, extremely determined towards you if they want to seduce you, and they just might not take their eyes off you. Venus in Sagittarius. So the way that they might seduce you could be by just exploring together, hanging out together, having fun, enjoying the moment, letting loose with one another, just going with it. You know, you might not even have to question or wonder if they are trying to seduce you. Yes, they may not be the types of people who will want someone who's just this open book, who's just, oh, this is all of me. They may want to be able to just explore you gradually and really get to know more about you and where you leave them guessing almost. But still, if they really are into you, it just becomes, well, okay, yeah, it's obvious. We're into each other. That's all there is to it. Okay, great. So with that in mind, if you can keep them guessing, okay, they just might keep on seducing, exploring more, expanding upon more of you. See, they're not going to be so caught up in the shoulds and the shouldn'ts of a relationship. They may just be more freeing about the whole thing. And so they may love the thrill and the excitement and the freedom that comes with a potential relationship. So if they seduce you, they will be a lot more easy going into it. They're going to be a lot more light on their feet, a lot more positive about it. They're not going to be the types of people who want to just lock you down, you know, and trap you into this relationship where you're mine, you know. They might seduce you just with a much more free-spirited, light-hearted attitude towards the whole thing. And you know what, even on that note, they might just leave it up to you to seduce them. If you're into them, they might just, yeah, go for it. I do like you, but at the same time, I don't necessarily have to go in and seduce you, so it's up to you as well. Come on, come on. Are you gonna come? They may also seduce you with their humor, with their jokes, with laughter. They may seduce you by getting into really intellectual discussions and just exploring your mind. And they also may be rather generous towards you as well. Seriously, a Venus in Sagittarius is not going to forget a favor that you did for them. Venus in Capricorn. So this is actually the placement that I have. Now the thing about Venus in Capricorn is that they can be quite difficult seducers to pinpoint or know if they're seducing, because they can be kind of awkward in how they seduce. So they may just come across as quite rigid or not really know, oh, should I do this? Should I not do this? Is this okay? They may also fear rejection a little bit. They might not be overly flirtatious, but they are in their own way. It's just that they place it through this filter of right, of wrong. They just might be really reserved, like extra reserved, extra cautious about the whole thing. So for example, if the thing they are about to say in a flirtatious way makes them sound strange in their minds, or it's not right in their minds, they might not say it, and then they lose the chance to say it. They might just view romance as something only from the storybooks, where that's not very practical, that's not really realistic. If they really do feel attraction towards you, they might, for example, buy you a really useful gift, really good quality gift. They might put you at the top of their priorities list. They might even take time off work. Yes, yeah, there you go. That's how Venus in Capricorn seduces you. By taking the time off work to see you. Count yourself very special. And also, if they let their guard down around you and they let out more of their spontaneity, yeah, you just might find that the Venus in Capricorn feels more comfortable with you, and because they feel more comfortable with you, they may actually be really affectionate towards you. Thing is Venus in Capricorns can be very affectionate people. It's just that they need to feel like they're really secure and just, you know, basically the Venus in Capricorn needs to feel like the person they're showing affection to is worth it. It's really worth it. And if that Venus in Capricorn really is into you, they might just even get into this authoritative figure role where they take control of the situation, or they like the thought of you taking control of the situation. Venus in Aquarius. So this is going to be one weird and eccentric seducer. They may do the weirdest, most outlandish things to show you that they like you, or the ways that they want to seduce you. They may be that type of Venus in Aquarius who just says, hey, you want to hang out? You want to chill? They may be a little bit difficult to understand at the beginning, because the Venus in Aquarius might be trying to test you. So trying to test you to make sure that you're not trying to lock them down super quickly, where they can arrive to the decision for themselves, that they then know, oh, okay, this person, if I seduce them, they're not going to take away my freedom. If I seduce them, they're still going to let me have my space and my distance. So with that being said, you might question, oh, does the Venus in Aquarius like me? Do they not like me? Just these contradictions, you know, of, oh, are we together? Are we not together? They may ask you just casually, let's hang out. You want to hang out? And then that could be just as friends, because the Venus in Aquarius is going to appreciate friendship, okay? But if it is that you're hanging out, that could be the first step in the process towards them realizing that they really like you, that they want to seduce you, or that they want to possibly be in a relationship with you. It's just that the Venus in Aquarius may be an experimental type of person, so they may see all the different choices that they have. They can even just be into casual dating, right? So they may be speaking with you, but then also speaking with someone else and just trying to see, okay, these are the options, you know. They may even be okay with possible open relationships as well. So with that in mind, their seduction style may be a little bit difficult to define exactly, and they might not like it being defined or labeled. But if they do feel a connection, or if they are really into you, they will make it very clear that they are. It's just that they want to be able to have the freedom to express their opinions. They want to be able to have the space, the ability to be themselves. It doesn't even have to be through showing you affection or touching you or, you know, any of that. It could just be through saying, oh my gosh, your mind is amazing. I just want to eat, just eat it up. The Venus in Aquarius is just going to be that type of seducer who will accept what makes you unique. If that Venus in Aquarius is really into you, you just might become their best friend. And better still, if you are their friend and then they realize, oh, I really want to be with this person, well, it can be a really strong relationship, because that Venus in Aquarius has that foundation beneath them of friendship. Venus in Pisces. So this right here is going to be one dreamy seducer who can just get lost in the fantasy of you if they are really into you. They might actually make you their biggest fantasy. For example, they might paint an image in their mind of all the different things that you could do together. They may be quite romantic types of people. It's almost like they just want to escape the world with you, where it's just you're lost in each other's arms. You're lost in the dream together. You're lost in this bubble. So they may want to just stay indoors with you all day, stay in bed with you all day. They might ask you about your dreams. They might ask you about your fantasies that you want to play out with them. And if they see you as this almost idealized type of person, they may just really elaborate on that and just say like, oh, I find you to be this way or that way, I really like you. And they're just gonna be really good at giving you compliments, being romantic towards you, being affectionate towards you. But at the same time, they may also be a little bit gentle or shy, or come across as, you know, quite yeah. And if they do want to seduce you, they're going to be very pleasing towards you, going to be very giving towards you. They want to make you feel ecstasy. They might seduce you even by being quite poetic. They might enjoy taking you out to the movies. They might enjoy taking you to the beach, or traveling together, or going dancing together, or taking photos together. And they may also show you a lot of sympathy. They can be highly sympathetic people, and it could just turn into this sort of seduction where they're addicted. They're just addicted to you. They also might even seduce you by showing you compassion towards your life. So for example, if you're telling them about certain enemies you have or certain difficulties, complications you've had, maybe you had a tough day at work, they're going to be really compassionate towards you and hear you out, listen to you and caress you, put their arm around you, show you emotional support. It can just turn into one big giant movie whenever you're with a Venus in Pisces. Though, as my friend once told me, also movies end, okay? Another thing is that, well, what's the genre of the movie? Is it a horror movie, okay? Is it a horror movie, Venus in Pisces? Because I've been with a Venus in Pisces and it was a bit of a horror movie, but we'll not talk about that. Okay then, Cosmic Warriors, so that concludes my video on how the Venus signs seduce you. But you know what? If you have any other things that you want to add, then put it into the comment section down below. I would love to hear all about it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And of course, if you would like to see more videos from myself and you have not yet subscribed, then go right ahead and click that subscribe button. And I will be back with another video very, very soon. Bye!